Welcome to Daisy Girl Scouts with Girl Scouts of Northern Illinois. We're thrilled that you're continuing to volunteer with your troop, and today we'll cover what you need to know to jump into the Daisy Girl Scout experience with your girls. Hi, my name is Stacy Simpson, and I'll be your virtual training facilitator today. I've been a Girl Scout for more than 25 years as a girl member, an adult volunteer, staff member, and now a training consultant. I'm excited to get you started in your next chapter of Girl Scouting, and I appreciate you taking the time to participate in this training. By the way, this training resource is designed for troop leaders who are new to Daisies but have participated in a new leader workshop in the past. Perhaps you've been a leader for a different level previously. It includes reminders and Daisy-specific information only, but does not describe how to start a troop and other troop basics. If you're a new troop leader, please view the website or contact customer care for the schedule of upcoming new leader workshops. Let's get started with a reminder of the Girl Scout Promise and Law as our foundation. If you don't already start every troop meeting with girls reciting the promise, working with your Daisy troop is a great time to start. Turn to page 2 in your guide to see the words printed on the right side under Girl Scout Promise. If you've not yet downloaded or printed your Daisy Leader's Guide to Success, you can find the link in the description of this video. Today's training will be split into 2 parts. For the first, we'll use the Leader's Guide to Success as a framework for structuring your troop and planning for logistics. For the second part, we'll use the Honor Troop Packet to discuss the components of the Girl Scout program. You can also find the Daisy Honor Troop Packet link in the description of this video. You won't learn every detail about the Girl Scout Daisy program today. There are many opportunities and choices in Girl Scouts. Today, we'll ensure you have the basic information and resources you need to get started. As a troop leader, you've become an official member of Girl Scouts by completing your online registration. If you haven't already renewed your membership for next year, now would be a good time. You'll also need to complete a background check every 3 years. If this is your 3rd or 4th year, your member support specialist may reach out to you with instructions. By now, you should already have login credentials for MyGS, which includes the volunteer toolkit. If you have not received your login credentials, or if you need to reset your password, please contact customer care at customercare@girlscoutsni.org or 844-476-4463. Page 3 of your guide explains the process for signing in and what you'll find there. MyGS allows you to manage your member experience online. It can also be accessed from the link in the header of any page at girlscoutsni.org. In your member profile, you can check your membership status and renew your membership each year. On the Troop tab in MyGS, you can see any girls and adults who have signed up for your troop and add new girls to your troop. The Troop Opportunity Catalog allows you as the troop leader to display available openings in your troop for girls and/or volunteers. When a new girl joins your troop via the Opportunity Catalog, you'll receive an email notification to reach out to her. Turn to page 5 of your guide to see a diagram of the Daisy uniform and where to place insignia. Daisies wear a blue vest or tunic with their basic pins and insignia and add any badges, pedals, or journey awards they earn throughout the year to the front of the uniform. Fun patches are added to the back. Fun patches are given for participation in events such as cookie booths, museum visits, and more. Uniforms, insignia, and much more can be purchased from the GSNI store in the Resource Center. Pages 7 and 8 in your guide highlight a few resources and safety procedures that you'll want to be aware of from the beginning. You don't need to review and memorize every bit of information now, but knowing what resources are available to you will be helpful in the future when you need to locate the information. Much of this will be a reminder, but it's a good refresher. Page 7 shows the girl and adult ratio chart. This chart helps you determine how many adults you need present during a Girl Scout meeting or activity. For a standard meeting, you need 2 unrelated registered volunteers, one of whom is female, for a group of up to 12 girls. For every additional 1 to 6 girls, you need another registered volunteer. If you have a troop of 6 or a troop of 11, you need 2 volunteers. If you have a troop of 13, you'll need 3 volunteers. If you have a troop of 20, then you'll need 4 volunteers, and so on. For events, trips, and camping, the ratios change. Your first 2 volunteers are needed for a group of up to 6 girls. Every additional 1 to 4 girls requires another volunteer. So during a trip of 5 girls needs 2 volunteers. A troop of 8 girls needs 3 volunteers. A troop of 12 girls needs 4 volunteers, and so on. Volunteer Essentials is a guide to important policies and procedures that you're expected to align with as a volunteer. The updated version is always available online. Volunteer Essentials has 2 parts: GSUSA's Guidelines and Procedures, and then an addendum that is specifically for volunteers in Girl Scouts of Northern Illinois. Go to girlscoutsni.org, click on Forms in the top right-hand corner. You'll see it listed here under Frequently Accessed Forms. We're going to look in the safety guidelines to review the Transporting Girls section. Here you can see it explains what you need to consider when heading out for a field trip, including a checklist for drivers. Safety activity checkpoints are the specific safety guidelines for activities like camping, participating in a parade, and more. On page 9, you'll find an SAC at-a-glance chart for your reference. However, the full checkpoint information is available only online on the Volunteer Resources page of girlscoutsni.org or the Resource tab of the VTK. Here it is in the VTK, listed under the Safety section in Resources. You can see that there's both an at-a-glance and the full resource. In the at-a-glance, you can take a quick look to see which activities need a special permission slip, what additional adult trainings are needed, and which age levels are allowed to participate. When you click on the full resources, you're taken to the Forms page. You can scroll down and see a search has already been made for all the safety activity checkpoints. You can scroll for the one you need or search the activity. We're going to search for the hiking checkpoint and take a look. Here you can see there are no age restrictions for day hikes, so daisies are welcome to hit the trails. Here you can also see the required gear and how to prepare for the activity. Working with daisies is exciting and fun, and sometimes tiring. Imagine for a moment that you can go back in time and you're now your 5-year-old self. What were you like? What did you love to do? What did you not love to do? What were your favorite foods? Let's brainstorm a few characteristics of daisies. Kindergarten and first grade, about 5 and 6 years old. In general, what are girls like at this age? Daisies have lots of energy, need help with many tasks. They're silly. They like to sing and dance, but they need help with fine motor tasks. What else can we think of? They need instructions one task at a time, and they're excited about everything. Now, knowing our girls' characteristics, what are the tools, tactics, or approaches that you could use to ensure you and the girls are having the best possible experience? Pause the video now and take a few minutes to think about this. I'll get you started with an example, though. One I like to recommend is developing a routine where there's an opportunity to get all their wiggles out with a startup activity before your troop meeting begins. I love a good brainstorm. Take a look at page 13 in your packet to get started with even more ideas. Let's switch gears to talk about finances. Girls have some big ideas about what they want to do in Girl Scouts, and as a troop leader, you will guide them on how to plan and budget for those ideas. Troop activities are supported through troop dues and money-earning activities. Each troop should create their own troop bank account to be used only for income and expenses related to the troop's activities. You likely have one of these already. Open your guide to pages 17 and 18 so that we can review together some troop finance reminders. The account will require 2 troop volunteers to be signers, one of whom is the troop leader, and both of whom are unrelated Girl Scout members with an approved background check and the appropriate training. For more information on banking and financial guidelines, please reference Chapter 5 of Volunteer Essentials. There are 2 main ways that troops fund their experiences. The first is through troop dues. This is an amount paid by each girl and family into the troop's account to help cover troop activities, meeting supplies, and badges. Dues can be paid once per year, once per month, as expenses arise, or any other schedule the troop agrees upon. The second is money-earning activities. The primary money-earning activities are the Fall Product Program and the Girl Scout Cookie Program, which are coordinated by the Council and implemented by troops. Brownie level and above may also host their own money-earning activities within the guidelines outlined in Chapter 5 of Volunteer Essentials, so that does not apply to daisies yet, but it will when you move to brownies. If you have another adult assisting as a troop treasurer, they must complete the virtual troop finance training on GirlScoutsNI.org under Volunteer, under Online Resources for Volunteers. More details about troop finances can be found in Volunteer Essentials, Chapter 5. You have lots of resources as a troop leader. Turn to page 19 in your guide for some examples. We'll spend the next few minutes talking about some of the most used and most loved resources, like Volunteer Toolkit, Girl's Guide to Girl Scouting, the Big Book and Little Book, our website, and service unit meetings. Let's start with the Volunteer Toolkit. Through the MyGS tab, you can enter the Volunteer Toolkit, a troop leader's digital assistant. With the Volunteer Toolkit, or VTK for short, you can view activity plans, which are just like lesson plans for a teacher, print off resources, create meeting outlines, track girls' attendance and badge achievements, compile supply lists, and send emails to parents. If you haven't started building your troop's year plan, now would be a great time. Set aside some time to explore all the options. You'll be asked to start by choosing a themed year plan. Just choose any one to get started because you can always change it later once you know the girls' preferences. If you're new to the VTK, and once you've had a chance to explore on your own, you'll want to register for one of our VTK webinars. To find upcoming webinars or to view a past webinar, you'll click on Volunteer at the top of our page and then click on Online Support for Volunteers on the side. Scroll down to Online Resources and select Volunteer Toolkit. At the bottom, you'll see past and future webinars. Let's take a look at the Girl's Guide to Girl Scouting. You can purchase the Girl's Guide to Girl Scouting at one of our resource centers or online. You'll also find much of the information found in the Girl's Guide is also found throughout the Volunteer Toolkit for volunteer reference. There are two sections to the Girl's Guide to Girl Scouting. The front section is the handbook, which gives an overview and introduction to Daisy Girl Scouts. The rest is award criteria. We'll talk more about the Daisy program later, but in this binder you'll find packets for earning pedals, leaves, and other awards. Volunteer Essentials is a guide to important policies and procedures that you're expected to align with as a volunteer. We mentioned this briefly earlier when we were talking about safety, but there are many more resources and helpful information included as well. Go to GirlScoutsNI.org, click on Forms in the top right-hand corner. You'll see it listed here under Frequently Accessed Forms. At the beginning of this document, you'll find a table of contents that can help you navigate to the information you need. It has information including Girl Scout badges and awards in Chapter 2, how to make a safe space for girls in Chapter 3, safety guidelines in Chapter 4, answers to troop financial questions in Chapter 5, and even information on taking trips in the appendix. Our customer care team is here to support you. You can reach out to them with any question, and if they don't know the answer, they'll definitely know who does. You can reach them by phone at 844-476-4463 or email at customercare@girlscoutsni.org. You'll often receive a faster response from customer care than reaching out to a specific staff member because there's a whole team of people checking for your questions and they'll consult with experts as needed. Let's take a look at the Big Book and Little Book. These publications are sent via mail to members twice each year. The Big Book contains program information, volunteer resources, and event listings for the school year. The Little Book includes summer camp opportunities. Big Book contains the bulk of GSNI's events, including events at our camp properties and events hosted by preferred partners, which are local businesses and organizations that host Girl Scout programs. It also includes information on campsite rental, the cookie program and fall product program, highest awards, and other popular Girl Scout topics. Little Book primarily features GSNI's summer camp program, but also includes information about other summer activities. The most recent publications are mailed to members, but can also be found online. From the home page, click on About, then from the side panel, GSNI, and then Publications. At the time of this recording, the 2018-2019 Big Book is the most recent publication, and you can see it posted here. These events are then open for registration on the website under the Activities tab. We can take a look at pages 34 and 35 for an example. You can see here there are a variety of things to do. camp service days, a happy campers overnight, and a night at a nature center. Troops, groups, or individuals can check out one of our many programs in a box from our resource centers to help complete a badge or even just to make planning and prep easier for troop leaders. Find more details at girlscoutsni.org/inabox. Visit girlscoutsni.org for tons of information and resources. Use the activities section to register for events and trainings. Last but certainly not least, we'll talk about service unit meetings and events. You'll find lots of useful information, local volunteers to connect with, and more at your service unit meeting. Many service units meet monthly. Girls from local troops will also meet up for service unit events throughout the year. Connect with your service unit to learn more about the exact days, times, and location of meetings. Welcome to Daisies. You're about to start Daisies, and I'm sure you have a lot of questions. The Honor Troop packet will explain the basics of the Girl Scout Daisy program and will help you have a well-rounded troop experience. Through your leadership and willingness to volunteer, girls in kindergarten and first grade will have the opportunity to learn about themselves, make friends, and make the world a better place. Take a moment to set aside the Daisy Leader's Guide to Success and bring the Daisy Honor Troop packet front and center. If you haven't downloaded it yet, you can find the link in the description of this video. Glance through the contents of this packet for just a moment. This is important. Many of the topics covered in the Honor Troop packet have already been discussed, and the remaining ones will be discussed next, although they may not go in order. By the end of the training, though, you should have the basic info to complete all the Honor Troop requirements. I'll reference page numbers when it might make sense for you to look at something specific, but please be prepared that we'll jump around a bit. Let's turn to chart number 5 at the back of our Honor Troop packet for a review of the Girl Scout leadership experience. It's important to keep this framework in mind as you and your girls progress to new levels of leadership development. The GSLE has 3 main parts: what girls do, how girls do it, and skills girls gain. When these parts come together, they lead girls to the 5 outcomes, and ultimately to our mission of building girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place. Let's break down each part. What girls do are 3 keys to leadership: discover, connect, and take action. How girls do it are 3 processes: girl-led, learning by doing, and cooperative learning. We'll talk more about these in a minute. And skills girls gain are 4 program focus areas: practical life skills, outdoor activities and adventures, career and interest exploration, and travel and global community. You'll see a requirement about girl-led planning on page 3 of the Honor Troop packet. As adults and parents, we're accustomed to being in control of every situation, but there are so many benefits to letting girls, yes, even kindergartners, take the lead in a structured, safe environment. Let's review some concepts that will help you feel comfortable letting girls lead. I mentioned briefly that the 3 processes are how we do things in Girl Scouts. Let's go over a quick review of each process. Girl-led means girls help make choices about what they will do in Girl Scouts. For Daisies, you and your co-leaders might provide 3 options for an upcoming field trip, and girls will discuss and vote. Or it might be as simple as letting a girl choose what color string she'd like for her name tag. Anytime girls are making individual or group decisions, it's girl-led. Learning by doing means that everything we do is hands-on. Girls will remember more of what they learned and have more fun if they're doing it themselves rather than watching a parent or friend have all the fun. Sometimes learning by doing activities can get messy, and that's okay. Just plan enough time for cleanup, and that can be a hands-on activity for girls too. Cooperative learning means girls are learning together, in small groups, as an entire group, or just with a friend. No one wants to go it alone, and there's tons of fun to be had with friends. Plus, they'll be practicing teamwork, cooperation, and collaboration, very important life skills. 1 or 2 of these 3 processes might come more naturally to you than another. Maybe there's one you find more challenging for your personal leadership style. Take a moment to reflect on challenges and opportunities related to these 3 processes and how you can further embrace them within your troop. Feel free to pause the video for a moment to reflect. Let's take a minute to explore program progression. Progression means that girls will deepen their understanding and practice more complex skills as they grow in Girl Scouts. Let's use outdoor activities and adventures as an example. Flip to chart number 4 at the back of your Honor Troop packet. At Girl Scouts, we work to build girls' outdoor skills and inspire girls to care for the environment as they grow. The Girl Scout Outdoor Progression Chart is a tool you can use as you advance girls' skills in an age-appropriate way. Daisies will most likely be participating between the Lookout and Explore Out levels, although you may consider activities from the Cookout and Sleep Out level if you, the girls, and their parents are comfortable. It's important for the girls and their families to follow each of the steps to be sure everyone is prepared for the outing. At each of these stages, girls take on more responsibility and leadership, as well as part of the planning process. You can see excellent examples in the chart. During Lookout, they may be responsible for bringing a photo of their favorite outdoor place and sharing why they like it so much. During Meet Out or Move Out, they might plan a trip to a local park and plan what they need to bring, like a raincoat or snacks. During Explore Out, they might even complete a short hike and vote on what other outdoor activities to do together as a troop. With each outing, they're practicing more and more responsibility, as well as exploring and getting comfortable with the outdoors. Petals, leaves, badges, and patches are the perfect ways to show off a girl's accomplishments, but there are some big differences between each. First, petals. Each of the 10 daisy petals represents one line of the Girl Scout law. The Daisy Promise Center is earned once the girls learn the Girl Scout Promise. Then, for each of your troop meetings, there's an interactive story to read and 3 activities to complete. The story introduces a new flower friend and the theme for one line of the law. Stories and activity instructions can be found in the Girl's Guide to Girl Scouting or on the Volunteer Toolkit. There are also Daisy Leaves, which represent the financial literacy and cookie business programs. Girls may earn these at any time during Daisies. Badges are also available for mechanical engineering, robotics, citizenship, and camping. Patches are for participating in fun activities and are worn on the back of the vest or tunic, whereas the petals, leaves, badges, and other awards are worn on the front. Petals and badges include 1 or 2 of the 3 keys to leadership, whereas journeys, which we'll talk about in a moment, will definitely include all 3 keys: discover, connect, and take action. Activity details and completion requirements for petals, leaves, and badges are available in your meeting plans in the Volunteer Toolkit. You can browse them quickly on the Badge Explorer at girlscouts.org/Badge Explorer. You can even filter by level and topic area if you want to see only Daisy options or your girl's favorite activities. Journeys guide girls through all 3 of the keys to leadership: discover, connect, and take action, by focusing on one broad global issue or theme. The girls discover the issue and problems, connect it to their lives, and take action to address the issue and make a difference. Different from how badges and petals can be completed in 1 or 2 troop meetings, a journey will weave through multiple troop meetings, maybe an entire year, as girls continue to learn about the broader subject. 3 of the journeys are available in hard copy book format. 7 journeys are available to choose from on the Volunteer Toolkit. You can see the options in chart number 1 at the back of your Honor Troop packet toward the bottom of the chart. The Summit Award is presented to girls who complete at least 3 journeys during their time as a Daisy, and this is the highest award girls can earn at their level. Each journey culminates in a Take Action project, in which girls use what they've learned throughout the journey to create positive change in their community in a way that addresses the root cause of an issue and educates others. Sustainability of the project and addressing a root cause are what makes the Take Action project different from a community service project, which girls also love. Here's an example. Girls may enjoy the helpful feeling of picking up trash in their neighborhood, and if there's the need, that's an excellent community service project. However, in 2 weeks or a month, there will likely be more trash on the same block. By taking a closer look at the root cause, however, girls can turn this into a Take Action project with a sustainable solution. Why is there trash on the ground? Ask a few why questions to help get to the root cause. Girls might think, maybe people don't know that littering is bad, or maybe there aren't enough trash cans. Once the root cause is determined, girls can plan a project that creates a solution to the problem. There are a few other awards your girls might be interested in. My Promise, My Faith, and the World Thinking Day Award are just a couple. There are several others to choose from too. Information for these is available in the Girl's Guide to Girl Scouting binder. Also, check out the Girl's Guide to Girl Scouting and BTK for even more activities, awards, and options. Between pedals, journeys, badges, and other awards, you're probably thinking, where do I begin? Along with the girls in your troop, you have the freedom to choose what you pursue and when, and you certainly don't have to do it all. If you're looking for guidance, remember that the VTK has pre-selected year plans that you can select to outline your entire year and meeting content. These plans can be edited to reflect girls' choices. The girls in your troop have a special opportunity to earn their Make New Friends patch. After a troop is established and a current registered Girl Scout brings a new friend to her Girl Scout troop meeting and the new girl registers as a Girl Scout, the girl that recruited a friend receives a Make New Friends patch. Segments are available for additional girls joining from her recruitment efforts. The Make New Friends patch order form can be found online. I know it seems so far off now, but when girls end first grade, they will bridge from daisies to brownies. Bridging is an important transition in a Girl Scout's life. It's a defining moment when a girl becomes aware of her achievements and is ready for new adventures and responsibilities. You'll want to complete the steps to earn the Bridging Award, read the Brownie story, and collaborate with girls and families to plan a bridging ceremony within your troop or service unit. Bridging ceremonies usually take place at the beginning or end of the Girl Scout year and have 3 parts: an opening where guests are welcomed and the tone is set, a main section where the ceremony is explained and the girls celebrate moving from one level to the next, and a closing. Girls can participate in a friendship circle and thank their guests. Each of the ceremony's parts offers plenty of room for the girls' creativity and individuality. The ceremony should always focus on paying tribute to Girl Scouts as they move forward. We've included a sample ceremony for bridging and other common ceremonies in your guide on pages 20 and 21. Well, Daisy Troop leaders, our time is coming to an end. At each of your troop meetings, you will end with a brief closing ceremony. Today, I'll invite you to my virtual friendship circle, and I challenge you to share one new thing you learned from today's training video with a friend, family member, or your co-leader. Share your excitement for the next step in leadership development for your girls as daisies. We're out of time today, but you're not finished learning about Girl Scouts. As a Daisy Troop Leader, you'll be learning alongside your girls every step of the way. Plus, you have wonderful resources to support you: your parent volunteers, other leaders in your service unit, your member support specialist, and the customer care team at customercare@girlscoutsni.org. Feel free to reach out with any questions you have. Thank you for everything that you do to build girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place.